Shall we? Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic, non-classic. This is episode number 1925. Yep, 1925. And Doubleshot number 1819. Two DC trades. The first one I'm also going to discuss two individuals who's actually not in this trade for no reason. Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's no reason why these issues are not here. Yeah, first up we have Green Arrow Volume 7, Leading into Light. Heading to Light. This book collects issues 52 and 54 to 59. Yes, you're probably thinking, wait, where's 53? Why isn't it here? Because I think it was a policy DC at that point in time. If the regular writer didn't write it, don't put it into trade. Yes, and I've wondered for a long time why in the world DC has not done a new printing of the Green Arrow trades. They did for Volume 2. They gave that an original trade series where they collected the first 80 issues of that series. But this book, well, they gave a new printing for Green Arrow by Kevin Smith, a new printing for Archer's Quest, but the Double one, nope, don't bother with that. Mostly put, you have one point, you have several other things going on here, like the first thing you see is Oliver's house being destroyed. And you're probably thinking, like, how the heck this happened? Heck, he wonders that too. And it's not really resolved here. At one point also, we see Mia being followed around by this sort of semi-chubby woman. And it turns out it's actually Santana. Yes, the smoking hot Santana's following around Mia Dearden. The reason? Because all I want to keep an eye on her. That's simple the reason for. Of course, she got basically be the graphic leader for that. Then we also have Green Arrow and Black Lightning team up, which is probably the first of these two to have actually worked together since Joe Manic's opening story of the series. This is his first arc he did. And there's not much stuff going on with Connor. In case you're curious though, where the heck is Black Canary in all this? Not here. For some strange reason, he's not here. There's also stuff here there's also references in here to, of all things, Identity Crisis. Because they brought of course, they also, oh, by the way, why in the world is Black Lightning and Green Arrow teaming up? Simple. Look for Dr. Light. That's a simple reason for it. And they also bring up a habit in Identity Crisis where Batman gets mind wiped along with Dr. Light. Yep. But yeah, this is really good. I think that John Winnick does a really good job of this book, with Jay Kohler as a co-writer, with Tom Fowler, Ron Gurney, Rob Lemon, and Paul Lee as the artist in here. Really good. Before we go with the next trade, I'm going to discuss two issues that are not here. Maybe this issue collected in the previous trade. Nope, not here. Yeah, to my knowledge, there's no reason for this at all. Alright, first up it is issue 51 of Green Arrow. Which, there may have been a reason why they skipped this one, but I never heard a reason for it. You have Green Arrow taking on Anarchy of all people. Yes, freaking Anarchy. Why Anarchy? This was returned. And who wrote this book clearly wasn't Joe Winnick. It was, if I can read a page here. Someone named Petty. It's James Petty with Eric Battle on the artwork. Yeah, most of the book of this one is just Anarchy returning and doing some chaos in Green Arrow comic. That's simply just of this thing. Yeah. Not really a lot to say about this one. It's fine. I just don't get why they couldn't put it in the trade. There's like a side thing. They just didn't for some reason. Now 53. This one is surprising because this is written by a guy who doesn't do much anymore. Here we have issue 53, which features a guest appearance by Solomon Grundy, of all people. Yes. And who writes this issue? William Messner-Loebs. Yes. Yes, he does. Which seems quite strange, but he does. Yeah, this mostly put just Green Arrow looking through some rubble. And just have I share Quintus Solomon Grundy, who's drawn here like the frickin' Hulk. Yeah, I have no idea why in the world he's drawn this way for me. Clearly, despite the fact it's a color scheme, he's drawn to look like the Hulk for some reason. Despite the fact him and Hulk are two completely different characters. But for some reason he did that. And of course they lose the car. This woman here is somebody who Oliver Queen's been hanging out with and kind of start something briefly with her. And it goes nowhere because she whacks him after they apparently have sex off panel. Or apparently it was Cressy. Mm-hmm. He gets whacked, and then of course they go after, and she goes after Grundy, and of course she tries to blow stuff up, and then she turns to a version of the, looks like a ripoff of the Xenomorph from Alien for some reason. Yes, for some reason she turns into this thing. And well, the creature was killed at the very end, and that's it for that one. Yes. So what do I think of the two issues overall? I think in the case of this issue here, 53, it's actually pretty good. It's strange, though. A William Messner-Loebs issue in 2008? That's quite strange, to say the least. Yeah, I heard the reason why, according to him, I heard an interview from him, that the reason why he stopped writing for DC Comics in the 90s was because all the editors he was working with all stopped being editors. They all became writers. That was the reason why. That's why I stopped working for Wonder Woman and Flash. All right, next up is something really cool. We have The Joker, Volume 2. This collects Joker Volume 2, issues 6 through 9, including the annual. Yeah. Excuse me, I should point out that the annual itself is not done by the regular artists of the book. Nope, the annual was done by... Now, the main book is on Gillian March. We have Francesco Procovola, who does the artwork for this one. It's just basically a flashback story of when Jim Gordon was commissioner. And this art, I still love the artwork by Francesco Procovola. It's really good here. I love the colors. He has sort of a very dark noir style. Now, in the case of this book here, you have Gordon, well, still in a country with he works for Interpol to look for the Joker. Even though she got a little white, she looks like she's probably in her 40s, I'd say. She looks pretty good for her 40s. So, basically, they're looking for the Joker. They end up not finding her. Of course, the woman herself gets her hands broken by Vengeance. You're probably thinking, who the heck is Vengeance? It's the clone daughter of Bane. Of course, they explain that in a backstory for her. And, of course, they try to leave the country. And by the way, they're not in there. You might think, are they in Santa Prisca? Not really. They're in the country near there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's mostly just the series. Just yeah, Commissioner Gordon looking for, well, the Joker. Yeah, we also have guest appearances here by Barbara Gordon, Stephanie Brown. I believe also in this book, we did see a guest appearance in here by Cassandra Cain. And then we see this Talon. Yes, this Talon show up. Yes, we have Cassandra Cain fighting this person, bleeding. Oh, and by the way, it's revealed in the blood test later. This Talon is, wait for it, James Gordon Jr., despite the fact the guy is dead. Yeah. He was resurrected as a Talon for some reason. That's interesting. Oh, and here's Vengeance right here. That's her. That's Vengeance, the clone daughter of Bane. Yep. And like her father, doesn't have an actual name. Plus, we have a cool reference in here. Gillian March has a cool reference to Nightfall when Bane throws Batman out of the building. This is after he breaks his back. Yeah, and it's also this really awkward moment where you have Commissioner Gordon tied up, and you have Vengeance standing on top of him. It's almost like the way she's positioned here, the way Gillian marches. You can interpret this many different ways. The way she's standing over him. It's almost like she wants to take off his pants, have sex with him, or just be intimidating. That's just two interpretations of it. He gets untied after he clears shore. Yep. And of course, she wants to look for Joker too because Joker killed her father, Bane. Yep. And of course, it's a flashback to Killing Joke. I mean, first we have a flashback to the Nightfall, and then a flashback to Killing Joke. Yep. Gordon gets shot, but he gets shot and stabbed. He does survive. And he gets a phone call from Barbara. Barbara, help me. Yeah, DMF James Gordon Jr. And I believe that an awesome annual. This book, still really good. I give this a 10 out of 10. It's going to be shocking when I get a chance at the final two, because I think the series just ended after, I think it was like, let's see, Joker ended. This line for Joker. I don't think it was 12 issues. No, I don't think it was. It was 15 issues. Yep. So, my guess is presumably probably the next trade probably collect the last 6 issues of the series. Yep. Also, there's stuff in here with Julie Pennyworth. Yeah, she becomes active. First time since the Batwoman series. It's like Tanya basically felt sorry for her afterwards and just basically put in the Joker book for some reason. Yeah, she makes brief appearances in here. As a quick guest star. Yeah. But still loving the Joker series. Sad the series is over. Yeah, and by the way, James Gordon Jr. died in the penultimate issue of the previous Batgirl series. And in here, he's alive and well. As a frickin' Talon. Yeah, it's in issue 9, he's actually James Gordon Jr. Yeah, but doesn't collect the whole thing entirely. There's also a backup feature in the book that does continue up until, like, I believe the final issue has backup feature, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it does. Yeah, but I'm definitely looking forward to whenever the next trade comes out for it. Yeah. Next trade, and, well, I probably think next trade probably conclude the series because this one contained only 5 issues for the series. My guess is probably the third and final volume probably contain issues 10 through 15. At that point, I'll get my final thoughts on this volume for Joker because there, of course, is the original Joker volume published back in the 70s, which did last issue for 9 issues but did have a 10 issue published in 2010. Yep, so yeah, that's this particular review. Next up is going to be my 2 manga reviews, but I'll take a little brief break from talking, and then I'll basically do those reviews then. Okay, that's a good deal. Bye.